Heyo folks, really quickly before we get into this video, the GZ team has put out a hotfix for the multiplayer issues on Steam. So now it should be far more stable when playing in multiplayer, and this hotfix will be rolling out to consoles sometime hopefully mid to end of the week. It's awesome to see a hotfix for these issues, so huge kudos to the Generation Zero team for getting this together, and we even have a future bigger fix to look forward to. The bug fixing is in top form here, my dudes, so let's give some love to the GZ team for this. Now, on with the video. What's going on, everyone? My name's Tenebrous Infinite, and easily one of the most exciting things to come from the roadmap is the skills revamp, bringing a huge amount of potential good to the Generation Zero skills system that hasn't seen a solid update since the game's launch in 2019. The Generation Zero skills system has grown dated in the years, and now has the opportunity to reach its full potential, unlocking all the skills and potentially doing away with skill builds as a whole. And with this upcoming skill revamp, we could see that happen, but there are a few more things that we could see happen as well. So today, let's discuss the three most important things we could see from Generation Zero's upcoming skill revamp. The first, and to me the most important thing, is removing the current skill cap in the game and allowing us to obtain all the skills to become the true Swedish Terminator. The way unlocking all the skills expands on our gameplay is huge, so much so that I made a video on it in the past. But the funny thing is, it doesn't make your character super overpowered. It instead just opens the doors to various things your character couldn't do in the past, like hacking or marking machines, upgrading the binoculars to be a very important tool, or increasing your looting and healing capabilities. With our current skill builds, we mainly just go for damage dealing and defensive capabilities, which leaves these more interesting skills behind. But if we could unlock all the skills in the game, then we could see Generation Zero's end gameplay be much more varied than what it is currently. This, in combination with the other two suggestions we have today, would equal such a fun and rewarding skill progression, the kind you could sink hundreds of hours into to unlock, which I think would be great for Generation Zero, as it is that kind of game. Now, the other thing that has grown over time as Generation Zero has gone on is what we can do in the world. With base building, vehicles, and now companions, the utility around Generation Zero's world has increased greatly. For base building, we could see skills to reduce the costs of structures, or skills to increase structure health. Maybe even a specialization that auto-repairs structures very slowly while we are nearby. With vehicles, we could see our damage increased when ramming machines, fuel consumption decreased, and a godsend specialization where we could not be knocked off bikes while riding them. And lastly, for companions, the newest feature in the game, we could see companion health buffed, and weapon damage increased, and even have a specialization that could be one free repair per combat encounter. These new skills would be huge for the extra things we do, and would add to Generation Zero's progression system as a whole, bringing together the features and skills of the game to add to what the player can do, and even maybe helping the player along the way to enjoy some of these features more fully. And for the final thing that we need to see in the skills revamp would be a higher skill ceiling, allowing us to spend a few more levels per skill to increase the overall skills that we can spend. Adding one or two more levels to the various skills we can choose from would push us towards an even more capable character, which means that GZ could then add even more capable machines for us to take on. The thing I've always thought is that the endgame builds should push us towards playing on Gorilla instinctually, but currently, especially with the skill limitations, it doesn't make that much of a difference what difficulty you play on, excluding Adventure as that mode's mostly just for fun. But really, people can struggle on Skirmish just as much as people on Gorilla, and that leaves room for our characters to fill the gap. Of course, this isn't as important as unlocking all the skills to expand on our gameplay, but I think the endgame player could be more powerful in Generation Zero, and this is at least one way of making that happen. So, I want to know, what do you guys think of the upcoming skill revamp? Is it something you're looking forward to? If you have any ideas for skills or the revamp as a whole, please post them in the comments down below. I really think that we're on the cusp of some greatness here in GZ, so stay tuned as we cover all of this stuff along the way. But for now, thank you for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Until then, peace.